What's up, YouTube? It's your Lord and Savior King D353 here with this year's Valentine's Day special. For those of you who weren't here in 2025, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm glad to see you here. Every year, starting last year, because I only recently started trying to do specials like this, I would do specials on Valentine's Day season, in which I would, at the first time, I did a top 5 waifus short of each of the current games I was Let's Playing, totaling to 5 at the time. And I've decided to do that again this year. However, someone suggested that rather than doing a short top 5, I should do a tier list, because apparently people like tier lists. So today's 5-part special is going to be tier lists of 5 of my current Let's Plays. Technically, I have more than 5 current Let's Plays, but I've just chosen the 5 that I felt would make the best content. For example, I'm not doing WrestleQuest because I don't want to make a tier list on whether or not I fuck toys. So, the tiers for this list are wife, emotional. This means I would marry this character, and I'd marry them because I have an emotional connection to them. Wife, logical. This is technically here because there are some characters that I know objectively would make good wives, but I'm personally not into them. So if somebody would make a good wife, but I don't like them, but I know most people would be annoyed not to see them in the wife tier, I would put them in the wife logical tier. The wife logical tier is also where everybody rich that I don't like is going to go. Dates. I like this Uma. I would date them, but I don't see myself marrying them. Friends with benefits. I would have sex with them. One night stand. I would have sex with them without having a proper friend bond. Friend/acquaintance. I have no problem interacting with them. Stay away from me. Self-explanatory. Also, some quick, ground keeping? Record keeping? I don't remember the correct term. Some quick rules. I know some people are going to be really anal about this because normies just don't get how anime works. I am not going to bother giving a flying fuck about ages, because either everyone is in college or everyone's in high school and your waifu is illegal too. I'm not doing this bullshit about splitting up the Umas so that you can feel comfortable. This is fiction. No one cares. We're here to have fun. Alright, with that all in effect, let's begin. Also, as you can see, some of the characters on this list look weird. That's because I wanted to add the non-playable important NPCs, but I had to add them personally, so they look a little bit different from the Umas. You'll just need to get over that. Agnes Digital. Agnes Digital goes into the stay away from me tier, because Agnes Digital is, quite frankly, creepy. And while, yes, I'm not an Uma, I do not have to worry about her, I still don't vibe with her or the things she does. So, yeah, I want nothing to do with Agnes Digital. Agnes Tachyon, stay away from me. I do not want to be someone's guinea pig. I want nothing to do with this psychopath mad scientist. Keep your potions away from me, and I swear to God, if you call me guinea pig again, you're going to have to find yourself another trainer. Air Groove. Air Groove is a very well put together, very rules-oriented Uma. Very proud, very strong. I respect her. I would not date or get with her, though. I don't like overly pushy women. And maybe she's not pushy. Maybe it's just because I've seen her interacting with troublemakers. I don't know. I don't think we'd vibe well. Maybe we would. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll meet her and find out for myself. Till then, you go into the acquaintance tier. So does Bride You. Biwa Hayahide. I do not know a lot about Biwa Hayahide. I just know that she's a fairly smart person. Probably the most reasonable member of BNW. Also, she apparently has a big head. I'm kidding, Biwa. Your head is fine. You do not need to feel self-conscious about your head. It is a wonderful head. I'd kiss it if your bangs weren't blocking it. Here, have a one-night stand. Curren-chan. This I've never played Curren-chan's story myself. She's obviously the cute idol type, but from what I've heard from other people talking about her, she seems to be a very vindictive and very evil girl. She is cute. I am very attracted to cute, and I am very attracted to petite. So you would think I'd put her in one night stand. Fuck no. If she's half as bad as people says she is, I want nothing to do with her. Daiwa Scarlet, a tsundere that is quite frankly kind of socially awkward. And if you're thinking, wait, what do you mean Daiwa Scarlet's socially awkward? She seems extremely put together. Her entire support card is about her making people think that she knows how to have fun by acting like a fool. This girl is socially awkward as all hell. I have no emotional connection to Daiwa Scarlet. And solely because of how socially awkward she is, I actually think it might be damaging to her if I have a one night stand with her. So she either has to be friends with benefits so I can explain what our relationship is, or just friends to avoid that shit altogether. I think I'm just gonna go with friends. Well, I'm not gonna pretend I'm above just fucking a chick because she's hot and I want to. But I don't want to damage people. I'm not a monster. I know some people are going to disagree with me, probably judging everything I say in this video and looking for any reason to see me as a scumbag of the earth. But I am not a monster. So, yeah. Einshin Flash. This is another case where they would fall under, like, one night stand. But I can't one night stand her because while I haven't played Einshin Flash's story, I do know that she is based off the memes and her ending, she is looking for a husband. Or at least she falls in love with the trainer, which a lot of the Umas do. If it is true that she's looking for a husband, I don't want to have sex with her under false pretenses and make her think that she's getting something out of me that she isn't. I do not have a close enough bond with this Uma to want to date or wife her up. So she is also going to go in friend solely because of my morals. I said, there we go. El Condor Pasa. I'm actually going to piss a lot of people off with my one for Elle, because Elle's a pretty cool chick. Any other day, I would have put her under friends with benefits because she's attractive enough, and I honestly could see myself hanging out with Elle. She seems like a really cool, really likable person. The problem is, I have certain things that are just straight no's, and one of them are violent or overly aggressive partners. What are you talking about? I hear you all wondering to yourselves. Elle isn't violent. Elle is a sweetheart. Elle is wonderful. What are you on about? Elle has an event where you can find her in the nurse's office without her mask on. Not naturally as a luchador, luchador, I guess. It's weird that Elle's apparently a luchador because she's a racer, not a wrestler, but let's ignore that for now. Like any luchador would, she gets panicked at having somebody see her without her mask. Her reaction to this is tell you didn't see anything. Fair enough. Request that you pretend you didn't see anything. Because your trainer does not react fast enough, she then threatens to concuss them. Now, I know people are probably going to go, hey, it's just a joke. It's fine. That's not a big deal. It's a big deal to me. Any woman who would put her hands on me gets nothing to do with me. Fuck off. Double fuck off. Fine motion. I know nothing about fine motion. She's passively attractive. Sure, one night stand, why not? Fuji Kiseki. Fuji Kiseki is the playboy of the Umas, a host/entertainer whose entire thing is being the dommy mommy everyone wants. Not dommy mommy. Dommy mommies are more aggressive. She's like a host. A host, yeah. A host club worker, essentially. Making all the girls feel giddy and pampered. I don't even feel like Fuji Kiseki would want shit to do with me. Then again, who knows? I don't actually know shit about Fuji Kiseki. I don't know her sexual preferences. I just know her basic characterization. I'd like to say we'd be friends with benefits, and I could, get hints from her on how to treat the girls, so that's where I'll put her. Funnily enough, she's in friends with benefits less because I want to have sex with her, and more because of the friend aspect. By the way, if it isn't obvious, the friends with benefits tier actually is going to have more to do with friendship than the friends and acquaintances tier, because I just wasn't sure if I should put friends above or below sex. And also, I don't know how to add tiers on the app version of this. I'm using the app, by the way, because my computer... Oh. Good to know I can change you guys later if I need to. That means I could probably do ordering. Which means we're going to put you at the bottom of stay away from me tier because you're actively a danger. A physical danger to me. Good to know, so I can alter the order at the end of things. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the friends with benefits tier is going to come off more of a friends tier than the friend and acquaintance tier because I don't know how to add slots to the tier list. And I wasn't entirely sure if friends should be above or below sex, but you're going to see a lot more people I'd be friends with in friends with benefits than you are in friends/acquaintance. Gold City, the Garyu model who seems kind of average, really. I mean, in personality-wise. It's hard to say what her personality is. I mean, she's confident. Oh, and she's a hard worker. She doesn't want to just be a pretty face. She wants to be a proper racer. I can respect that, actually. I just realized since she doesn't want to just be a pretty face, choosing one night stand or friends with benefits with her would probably annoy her. I'm putting her in friends with benefits anyway, because I could see myself befriending her. And like I said before, the friends with benefits tier is basically just a friend I would have sex with. And look at Gold City and tell me you wouldn't. I don't have to explain shit. I already made it clear I do not like aggressive or violent women. So stay away from me tier. Also, I just realized I accidentally moved you up a tier. No the fuck. Get back down there. You will not be forgiven for threatening to concuss me. Grass Wonder, a relatively well-mannered and respectable Uma. It's just too bad that she also casually threatens people. I do not care for overly demanding and overly violent people, so, well, why'd I do that? So you will go into the stay away from me tier. You're not as bad as the others, but still stay away from me. Haru Urara. This is where I piss off a lot of people. So like I said before, I am not going to be bothered with age because one, everybody here is in the same age group. They go to the same school. And two, this is fiction. Haru Urara has to go into the wife emotional tier. No, I'm not saying this because I'm a creep or I'm a monster or whatever other bullshit you want to label me with. When I say Harurara has to go to the wife emotional tier, I mean it when I say she has to. There is no other Uma I have a higher emotional connection with than Haru Urara. Haru Urara was made for self-doubting losers like me. Not to mention, I truly do love positive and uplifting people. Hell, I used to be that type of person, believe it or not. So I genuinely cannot put Haru anywhere other than the highest tier because there is no one else that I hold a closer connection with than Haru Urara. So, wife. Hishi Akabono. Friendly horse girl that eats a lot and shares her food. She's also very, 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 very big. And by very big, I mean she's the height of the average man, which is apparently massive to Umamusume. Fun fact, the reason why she's depicted as so outrageously huge is just because apparently her real-life horse version was also very, very big. Anyway, she seems like a friendly person. I would love to chill with her, and she is attractive, so friends with benefits. Hishiyama-san. I don't know much about you personality-wise, but you are extremely pretty. Kawakami Princess. So this girl wants to be a princess, which to her is essentially a superhero. I respect it. She's very attractive. I would love to have sex with her, but she also feels like she's a very sensitive person. So I feel like having a relationship with her that isn't dating would be damaging to her. And I don't like her enough to date her. Also, I am pretty sure since she is a very violent princess, she would kick my ass if I fucked her and left. So she will go into the friends/acquaintances tier. Actually, now I think about it, I should put the people... Actually, no, I can do that at the end. Remind me to put all the people that I'm not putting into sex tiers solely because I don't want to harm them emotionally at the top of that tier. Because they aren't there because I want nothing to do with them. They're there because I don't want to harm them. Hello, King Halo. I originally did not like you, and I'm not going to lie, I'm still not absurdly crazy about you, but you've grown on me. You're a very nice motherly figure to Haru. You're extremely hardworking, and I cannot deny that your story is very emotionally tugging at the heartstrings. Now, logically speaking, King Halo should not be a wife, because by being a wife, she's going to be a mother. And people have a habit of imitating their parents. And King Halo's mother is not a mother. Okay, I shouldn't go that far. I'm sure King Halo's mother did actually raise her and shit. I'm sure she has some passable qualities, but in King Halo's story, we only see the bad qualities. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at things. Some people might argue, oh no, her mother is just looking out for her safety or her well-being or something. But her story is just her mother telling her, all right, you've had your fun. Come home before you embarrass yourself. Which can either just be seen as being a cunt or being tough love. I don't know which it is. I don't care. The point is, King Halo could be dangerous as a mother if she doesn't go above the generational act. But she also does show good signs of being a good paternal figure with how she looks over Haru Urara. I'm going to put her in the date tier because I don't have a massive emotional connection to her. But honestly, I would be more than willing to get to know King Halo. And maybe after some time she could advance to being a wife. But she's dating for now. She's on the cusp. I see potential. I see things there. I just need to be sure that we can meld well together. Manhattan Cafe. Despite being scary as hell, Manhattan Cafe is actually a very well-meaning and caring Uma. She protects you from the occult. She'd rather chill. She doesn't want Agnes Tachyon to experiment on people. That alone is a big bonus. I don't know if she's the type of girl that would want to have sex with anyone that wasn't her husband, but I don't really want to date her. I'm going to put her in the friend/acquaintance tier, which is going to be high in that tier. Because I would not mind chatting it up with her. I don't know if we'd be like the best friends ever, but I could see us spending time together. Would she be okay with me drinking tea instead of coffee? I'm not a big coffee fan. Maruzensky. I don't think I need to explain shit. Machikane Fukutaru, the extremely loud fortune teller. She seems to be relatively well-meaning, doing her fortunes to help other people out. And apparently her positive personality, I don't know if I'd go as far as to call it an act, but she's all positive and happy and sunshiny and loud because she thinks that's how her sister would want her to be, because apparently her sister's dead. I never actually played, well, okay, let me rephrase this, because I just realized I'm going to be saying this a lot. When I say I haven't played through someone's story, that means I haven't read their story. Because usually I will only read someone's story if I'm streaming it. Doing runs in Umamusume take a lot of time. Reading them makes that time exponentially longer. So yeah, a lot of these horses I haven't read the story of, and I've either learned the story through the internet, hearing people talk about it, or shorts on YouTube that highlight things. But yeah, from what I've gathered, her sister's dead. She shows off that positive personality because that's how her sister thinks that's how she thinks her sister would want her to live her life. That's basically the rundown of her. She's fairly kind. She's far too loud for my liking. I originally would have put her in stay away from me tier, but she is quite frankly too positive of a person for me to ever put with these fucking lunatics and assholes. So she's going to go in the friend tier. She's probably going to be one of the higher people in the friend tier. Just, please don't scream in my presence. Please. I like petite girls, I like cute girls, and I like people who are affectionate to me. I'm extremely touch-starved and love-starved. Hell, some days I feel utterly worthless and unlovable. So anybody who will want me and treasure me and be kind to me is an instant wife. So I feel no guilt in putting Mayano into Mayano top wife tier. Meisho Doto. A soft-spoken klutz and rival to TM Opera O. She has massive self-doubt issues. I could see a one-night stand with her being damaging. But I don't think friends of benefits would be damaging, because I do think she is socially aware enough to understand what it is if you explain it to her. And Meisho Dodo is an attractive little cutie. So I'm going to put her in the friends of benefits tier. I don't know if I'd date her. I'm not going to say I wouldn't date her. If Meisho Dodo asked me out, I would say yes. But she's like on the cusp between date and friends with benefits. So I'll go ahead and put her friends with benefits. I'm going to actually move her early to the top of friends with benefits, so that I remember that if that date tier continues to be outrageously low, I can move her up into it. Meijiro Dober. I know nothing about you other than the fact that you are an artist and you are rich. So, logical wife, I guess, because you're rich. Hello, Meijiro McQueen. Meijiro McQueen should arguably also be getting the Alcondor Pasa treatment because of how she acts in the anime. The anime is very, what's it called again? when comedy comes in the form of physical violence, slapstick. The anime is very slapstick heavy, especially when they have the male trainer there to be a punching bag. Because as we all know, hurting men is fine and hurting women isn't. And if anyone's thinking, you're just some sexist making up excuses. Okay, I want you to look at the male trainer and see what happens to him in season 1 when he touches a girl's legs. I want you to then watch Beginning of a New Era and see what happens when Agnes Tachyon touches a girl's legs. Then I want you to come to me, look me in the fucking eyes, and tell me you're not okay with seeing a man get hurt, but a woman getting hurt would give you problems. That aside, we weren't talking about that. We're talking about how Major McQueen should be in this lower tier. But the problem with that is that, well, one, it was a comedy scene. I think we're supposed to assume Major isn't a complete bitch. Actually, I just remembered she also caved in Goldship's back on 3 different accounts. And while Goldship sucks, like, Goldship really fucking sucks. That still showed she was willing to hurt somebody and go right back to hurting them. It's, again, slapstick. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. But the fact that I can think of 2 clear instances of her hurting somebody. Okay, actually, Major McQueen was going to go on wife, not just because she's rich, but because I find her extremely attractive. But I just realized I can't put her up there because there's too many times that she's hurt people. So she has to go in the stay away from me tier. Which hurts to say, because she's one of the most attractive Umas in my eyes. But, no, God, no, she kind of sucks. She's too casual about hurting people. No. Meijiro Ryan, I know nothing about you other than the fact that you like to work out, that you have a hidden girly side. You know what? I was going to put you in the friend tier. But I'm going to put you in the friend with benefits tier. Because like I said, the friends with benefits tier is basically just a friend tier, but I'd also like to have sex with you. And while I don't initially want to have sex with Ryan, if I were friends with Ryan and I noticed that she has problems with her femininity, trying to be pretty but wondering if things would look good on her and wondering if she looks city, like, yo, bro, get over here. Let me kiss you on the face. Listen here, all right? You are awesome. You are pretty. Wear that fucking dress. Do I need to show you that you're attractive? Someone's going to be like, that's problematic as fuck. Nah, man, I just want her to believe in herself. So yeah, I'd probably have sex with her more to help her feel good about herself than anything. But yeah, she can be in either of the friend tiers, basically. But I'm going to put her in friends with benefits because I want her to believe in herself. I want her to feel pretty. Mihono Bourbon, the robot. I have no active opinions on you. I don't know much about you other than the fact that you want to be a medium to long horse, but your body is meant for sprinting, which is a very similar story to both King Halo and Sakura Bakushin. But for some reason, while Sakura and King Halo are essentially forced into their sprinting roles, for some reason, I think Mihono Bourbon is actually a medium to long horse. I say I think. I haven't actually. I don't own Mihono Bourbon. I tried to pull her, but I failed to do so. So I don't own her. So I don't actually know what type of horse she is. But I think, unlike King Halo and especially Sakura, she actually does get to enter the races she wants, even though she's not supposed to. Anyway, I have no strong feelings towards her, and she's passively attractive. Not passively attractive, she's actually quite attractive, other than her dead robotic eyes. So I'm going to put her in the one-night stand tier. Narita Bryan. I know nothing about you. You definitely look like a strong-willed girl. Still an attractive girl. I know nothing about you. I'm just going to put you in one-night stand. Narita Taishin. This is the Napoleon complex, Uma. She's a small Uma who was told that her body was not built for racing, and that pissed her off and made the world her enemy. You think I can't race? Fucking watch me. Like I said, I don't like overly aggressive Umas, but at the same time, I can't help but respect the fuck out of Narita Taishin trying hard to prove her naysayers wrong. If she could learn to chill out around me, I would be willing to date her. Not even just fuck her. I would be willing to date her if she could soften up around me and not constantly be in fuck up off me mode. So she will go into the date tier rather comfortably. Nice nature, the girl next door who can only get third place and hates herself for it. I mean, the wife nature meme exists for a reason. Because she's basically the girl next door type, everyone can imagine themselves of her. She is basically just a regular girl. There's nothing spectacular about nice nature. She is a regular, attractive, reasonable, sociable girl. Can you see yourself dating a girl? You could see yourself dating nice nature. Can you see yourself marrying a girl? You could probably see yourself marrying nice nature, then. I don't have a strong emotional bond with her, so I'm going to put her in wife logical because everybody can see themselves marrying nice nature. Oguri, you are going right into the friend tier because while you are attractive enough to have sex with, I haven't watched all of Cinderella Grey, but I've seen enough clips of it to see that Oguri isn't good at communicating with people. And because of that, she's another one of the cases where I would have sex with you, but I'm afraid I will hurt you by doing so. She might, want to tell me I'm not comfortable with this or I want more than this, but she wouldn't know how to say and just be quiet and it would just be awkward because I'm, accidentally hurting this poor girl. So, yeah, you're going to go into friends and acquaintances. And if anyone's wondering, why not just date her if you're afraid of hurting her? Have you seen the food bills? I want to not live in the street. Thank you. Rice shower. So this is another little story linked to the whole anti-shippers versus pro-shippers type situation. I know a lot of people see Rice Shower as one of the younger Umas, which, again, they're all in the same age range, so fuck off of that shit. But even if you wanted to say Rice Shower looks like a child, when I'm visually impaired, and when I first saw Rice Shower's summoning animation, the first thing I saw was long-ass legs, a beautiful fucking dress, sexy-ass stockings. I thought Rice Shower was a mommy proportion character, and I fell in love with her instantly, because Rice Shower was hot as fuck. Even with the knowledge that Rice Shower is short and might be more child proportion in other people's eyes, I can't get over the fact that I still found her hot as fuck as first. Not to mention, I also like her personality. She's soft-spoken, she's kind, she's gentle, she deals with self-doubt, which God knows I can relate to. Rice Shower is the kind of girl that I want to protect and coddle and take care of the rest of her life, so she is easily going into the wife emotional tier. Sakura Bakshin O. I was gonna make a joke about bakshining right into fucking because if memory serves, bakshining means to move full force directly into something with no hesitation and no buildup. But bakshin's an idiot. And as I said before, while I am not afraid to have sex with a woman just because I want to, I am afraid of hurting a woman. And because Bakshin is an idiot, I don't want to hurt her by having a one-night stand with her and then making her wonder what the fuck happened afterwards, or having to try to explain what the fuck a friend with benefits is. I think she's too stupid to get it. So she is also going into the friend/acquaintance tier. Saiyan Sky is chill. Friends with benefits. Silent Suzuka. Silent Suzuka, in my eyes, is one of, if not the most attractive Umas in the game. Actually, no, she's not the most attractive. She's the second most attractive. The most attractive would be Rice Shower. But Silent Suzuka is easily one of the more attractive Umas in the game. She's smart, soft-spoken, relatively polite, works very hard, was one of my favorite Umas to train. In fact, at first, Silent Suzuka was my most trained Uma, because similar to how Silent Suzuka wants that view ahead all to herself, I adored the idea of a front runner. I loved the idea of just running so far ahead of all the other racers and never letting them catch up. I did kind of give up on making front runners because I realized I am very, very bad at building front runners. Well, I'm bad at building Umas in general. I suck at this game. But I am especially bad at building front runners. I am still sad that I cannot build a proper runaway Suzuka. My point, though, is that Silent Suzuka, along with Major McQueen and Rice Shower, were one of my first crushes in the Umamusume world. So needless to say, she gets to the wife emotional tier easily. Smart Falcon. I don't know much about you other than the fact that you're an idol. Apparently, you are the less evil version of Curren-chan. I don't know if you're full-on innocent or just a nice person. I'm tempted to put you in the one-night stand area, but since being an idol can be damaged by having relationships with people, I'm going to put you in friend and acquaintance, just so that I don't ruin your image. Special week. You are in fact a main character. Okay, I'm being mean. She's kind, she's hardworking, she likes to eat. So similar to Aguri, if I date her, I am not going to be living in a household, not unless I make a lot of money. Some of you might be thinking, oh, you're a trainer, you make money. The fuck I do. Whether I make money or not depends whether my Umas are winning. And I guarantee you I'm not getting a good Uma. Realistically speaking, I'm pretty sure I would end up the trainer of either Haru Urara or one of the Garyus that isn't Gold City. Gyaru. That's what it is, Gyaru. Or one of the Gyarus that isn't Gold City. So I probably would not be making a lot of money. I mean, I say that. I don't actually know if the Gyarus are good or not. I know Palmer has a few G1 wins under her belt. I don't know about the other Gyarus. Honestly, Palmer's probably the one I'm least likely to gain as a trainee. I'd probably end up with Daitaku Helios or Toast and... No, I'll probably just end up with Daitaku Helios. Daitaku Helios or Haru Urara would likely be my trainees, and Haru Urara would fail every race because it's a canon event. And Daitaku Helios, to my knowledge, isn't an especially good racehorse, only doing a well around Daishi Ruby, so... Yeah, I wouldn't make a lot of money as a trainer. Sorry, I got distracted. Special week. Would I want to date you? I mean, I'd say yes if you asked me to, but would I go out of my way to date you? No. Would I have sex with you? Maybe. Not a one-night stand. You feel like you're too innocent for a one-night stand. Honestly, I don't even think you'd understand what a friend benefit is. Then again, everyone and their mother ships you with Suzuka, and Season 1 you is obsessed with Suzuka. I think I'll put you in friends with benefits tier. More so because you would probably want to have sex with my wife, Suzuka. Which would likely lead to threesomes. So, friends with benefits, I guess. Super Creek. This is another case of I'm not super into the character. But I know a lot of people would see her as a obvious wife, due to the fact that she is so maternal and caring and wants to pamper people. Now, am I saying I would say no to her? Fuck no. She's beautiful. Just that, I don't know. I don't want her trying to force goo goo babies on me. Like, I'm not even against being pampered, but it's specifically that she wants to treat me like a baby that makes me a little uncomfortable. Like, pamper me, sure, but maybe we could rearrange the game a bit. Also, if it wasn't for the Goo Goo Babies thing, she would probably be in date tier because she's a respectable, kind, and gentle person. But yeah, Symboli Rudolph, I have no emotional connection to you, but you're also somebody that I think is dependable enough that you would make obvious wife tier because you have lots of leadership experience. You have some mentorship experience, which I think could lead well into parental experience. You would be a reliable and trustworthy partner who I can trust to stand by my side, help me make good decisions, just all around, help the household as a whole. So yeah, you're a wife logical. I don't have an emotional connection to you, but I could see you as my partner. It probably also helps that you were my most used Uma up until I pulled Christmas Oguri Cap. Honestly, you'll probably become my most used Uma again. Oh, this is Symboli Rudolph again. Oops. You also go into wife logical. TM Opera O. I do not vibe with your personality. Honestly, I don't even want to have sex with you because I feel like if I have sex with you, you are never going to leave my side whether I want you to or not. And some people will say, well, that could be a friend of benefits. You think the overlord, the grand overlord of the universe, would settle for friends with benefits? You insult her. So, just friends. Just friends again. Taiki Shuttle. Get into friend tier. Not even the one night stand tier, because Taiki Shuttle, you annoy me. There's not even anything wrong with her. Her personality is perfectly salvageable. The thing that annoys me is that she is supposed to be an American horse. So why does she have some of the worst English in all of the game? No, seriously, look at any other Uma that speaks English. Most of them speak English better than the English horse. She also does like lots of Japan English phrases that you would expect a Japanese person that's barely learning English to say, and I find it so fucking annoying that the American horse is written so goddamn badly. She is not American. She's a Japanese person pretending to be American. Hello, Tama. You are passably attractive, and you're a tomboy, and you are loud, and you are hardworking. I believe you have a similar story to Oguri, trying to prove that gray horses can race. There is nothing especially linking me to you on an emotional level, which knocks you out of the dating area. I don't know if you would be game for a friends with benefits relationship. I mean, I could definitely see myself hanging out with you. So you're either going into friend tier or the friend with benefits tier. I'll put it this way. If she wants to be friends with benefits, I won't say no. I probably wouldn't go after it, but I wouldn't say no if she wanted it. I'm only putting her in friends with benefits because she's a higher tier friend. That's just the comfortable place to put her. Tokai Teo. I do not know if I would marry you, Teo, but you are another character that very much makes me feel special. A character that clearly cares a lot about how I feel, wants my attention, which immediately makes me happy. So I will put you in the date tier. Tosin Jordan. One of the Gyaru girls whose entire personality revolves around her nails. While I do hate that her personality revolves around her nails, that is apparently a reference to her horse. Apparently the type of horse she is, I don't remember the type of horse she is, like the words on the top of my tongue, but I don't quite remember. But the type of horse she is tend to have problems with their hooves, where their hooves will like crack and be in disrepair, and they constantly have to be maintained or have horseshoes on to protect their hooves. That is apparently why they gave her the nail painter gimmick, because it's a reference to the hoof condition that she has. So, yeah, she's just a basic yard girl, a nail painter who I don't get why she's a racer. She should care more about opening a salon than racing. But hey, I guess Umamusume are born to run. Nothing seems horrible about her. She's not offensive in any way, but I have no emotional connection to her other than fucking hating Goldship. So I'll probably put her in the one night stand tier. She could raise or fall easily, but for now, the one night stand tier will work for her. Vodka, a relatively chill biker girl who just wants to run and be with her friends, I guess. I don't know a lot about Vodka. Oh, right, and she has a massive rivalry of Die with Scarlet that people can't decide if it's actual frenemy-ship or just them wanting to fuck. I could see myself being good friends with Vodka, and similar to Tomo Cross, similar to Tomo Cross and Special Week, while I wouldn't actively pursue sex with her, I would not say yes if she asked. Hello, whining ticket. So you do actually seem to be a very, heart on your sleeve type person, a very trustworthy person, a very befriendable person. I could see myself being friends with you, quite frankly. Yeah, I could see myself being friends with you. I don't think you would appreciate casual sex, though. So you're going to go into the friend tier, but I'll put you in the top of the friend tier when I'm rearranging spots. Stay the fuck away from me and my Uma. Thank you very much. All right, Riko Kashimoto. She is a very... I just realized I never added Bitter Glass or Little Cocoon to the list. All right, and we're back. I have added Bitter Cocoon and Little Glass to the list. I didn't bother giving them names because, let's be real, the names I have on the others look fucking stupid. Plus, I would definitely spell Little Cocoon's name wrong. And Bitter Glass, I did learn hers is just glass with an E at the end, but still. Alright, so Riko Kasimoto. She is a very hard-ass seeming woman at first. She comes off as the very much authoritative type, the type of woman that I personally don't go for. There's nothing inherently wrong with them, but people like what they like. Some people want a dominant partner, some people want a submissive partner. But point is, she comes off as authoritative, stick up your ass. She comes off as a massive stick up your ass type. That's not even just me liking submissive women. That is her going ham on trying to fuck up the school. Don't get me wrong. She made some good points, but she also overstepped massively. But then we see, but she has a sad past of believing in her Umamusume, but then they got hurt. She became this way to protect her girls. Listen up. Doing something wrong for the right reasons is still wrong. So she's not an insufferable and horrible person that I'd put and stay away from me, but she's going to go into the friend tier. I wouldn't even want to have sex with her. She's too broken. She would probably go to an extreme if I had sex with her. She goes into the friendship tier. Kiryuin, our first rival / friendly trainer. She is the trainer of not Bitter Glass. She is the trainer of Happy Meek. She is a very hard-working trainer who absolutely loves her Uma and wants to do the best she can for her. She loves training Happy Meek so much that she does the courses for Happy Meek and is constantly thinking of nothing but improving for Happy Meek and being the best possible trainer she can for her. Honestly, I was gonna put her in the date tier, but No, she has to go in the wife tier. She's such a hardworking and caring person. There is no doubt in my mind that she would make an amazing mother and wife. Happy Meek. She is a relatively quiet Uma. I don't know much about her personality other than the fact that she wants to run in the Ura finale. She's relatively reserved and she cares a lot about her trainer, but isn't good about talking about it. So, Happy Meek is not emotionally close enough for me for the. Well, actually, no. I could see myself dating her. She's not wife material. I could see myself dating her if she asked me to date. What I was originally considering was putting her in the sex tiers or the friends tier. Because she's a very quiet girl. I don't know if that's just she is a introvert, in which case she would go in friends with benefits, or if she's like antisocial to the point of she's doesn't know what she's doing interacting with others, which would put her in the friend tier because, again, I do have a moral system. I will not have sex with someone if I think it will do damage to them. I don't know what her situation is. So it's hard to decide. I'm going to put her in the friend tier to be safe. Tazuna. She is the secretary to Director Akikawa. She is a hardworking, diligent, and well-behaved woman who essentially looks after the entire school, including her extremely childish boss. I don't have an especially deep bond with Tazuna. And Tasna would not go for any level of friends with benefits. I don't think she would, at least. She seems like too serious of a person. And quite frankly, I respect it. Not everybody is cool with casual fucking. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to be. But I would be remiss to say that she's not logically a very fitting wife. Because, God, she's taking care of the entire school and in Akikawa. So yeah, wife logical for her. Director Akikawa, the young rambunctious leader of the school. She is very hyperactive. She very much leaps before she can think. But she cares so much and wears her emotions on her sleeve. She will do anything she can for her Umas. She almost comes off as like a ditz in the first one. But the second one, the Unity Cup, which I believe was originally called Osaka High or something. She shows that she can also be wise and can play people and be like a mentor in the corner watching things progress. She has some brains to her, but mainly the thing that draws me to her most is her positive attitude and how far she will go to help out her precious Umas. I respect her. I respect her energy. I love her emotions. I love how caring she is. Also, all the crazy shit she goes up to, I fucking love it. I would help her with her wild bullshit. If it wasn't obvious, she's going right up to wife emotional. Bitter Glass of the Bitter Glass Cocoon combo. You seem to be the far less toxic of the two. When I first saw Bitter Glass and Little Cocoon, I thought Bitter Glass was gonna be an outright bitch, but no, she's actually kind of chill. She's not really used to the whole friendship thing, because that's never how they did things, but like, she's still a pretty chill dude. Like, when Little Cocoon eventually learns how friendship works, it's gonna be because of Bitter Glass. Hell, Bitter Glass was the one to point out, yo, maybe we should actually, I don't know, try this friendship shit rather than being running robots, because, like, they improved. Like, Bitter Glass, you're chill, you're chill. We don't know a lot about her, though, other than the fact that she's competitive, she's loyal to Rico, and she She's just pretty chill. Oh, she also ships you and Rico mad hard. You find her giggling about you and Rico's dates in Rico's hangouts. So yeah, she's just cool, quite frankly. Friends with benefits tier, attractive enough to fuck, cool enough to hang out with. And finally, bitter glass. I'm not gonna mince words. I don't like you, but I don't hate you either. Like, you just don't want to be bothered, and quite frankly, that's fine. You don't have to befriend everyone just because they tell you to. But at the same time, I mean, you get the energy you give out, and I don't want to hang out with you. So you go into the friendship/acquaintance tier. Definitely more acquaintance than friend. All right, so now we go through the final list and do spot alterations. So for Wives, we have Haru Urara, Rice Shower, Mayano Top Gun, Silent Suzuka, Kiryuin, and Director Akikawa. As for ordering, like I said before, Haru has to be number one because I have the highest emotional connection with her. But if I was doing the old top 5 thing, Rice Shower would have been there because if I was doing the top 5, it would have been top 5 waifus, and Haru wouldn't have shown up because Haru is here solely because of my connection to her, not necessarily because she makes the most logical wife. She doesn't. She's an illogical wife. I am just too emotionally connected to her not to put her in this tier. Actually, you know what? To represent the fact that Rice and Haru are so close together, like, Haru's the one I'm most emotionally connected to, Rice is the one that I am most attracted to and most likely to marry, I'm going to put their basic costumes next to each other, and then their alt costumes next to each other, to show that these two, like, they're like mixed. They are essentially tied for first place. That's what I'm going to do there. Third would probably be... that's a tough one. I mean, Kiryuin is last. Not because I don't like Kiryuin, she's just the one I have the least emotional connection to. It's hard to choose an order between Maya, Suzuka, and the director. It's genuinely difficult. I'm more attracted to Suzuka than I am to Mayano and the director, but Mayano's affectionate nature calls to my soul, and Director Akikawa's bright and headstrong and go-getter personality is just... I respect it too much not to highly consider her. Alright, since my reason for Suzuka was just attraction, I think I have to drop her lower, because emotion should be above attraction. I think I'm going to put Akikawa above Mayano, because while Mayano's caring and loving nature is more important to me than the traits that Akikawa has, the fact that Akikawa has multiple traits that I respect and adore, rather than just the affectionate thing, means she should probably be above Maya. Plus, realistically speaking, if I were to marry someone, they would all presumably become as caring as Maya is. So, yeah, alright, so that's the final order for the wife tier. Haru and Rice are basically tied, then Akikawa, then Mayano, then Suzuka, then Kiryuin. Wife logical. I mean, it doesn't really matter what order I put these girls in, because they aren't people that I would personally marry, but more so people that make logical wives, because they're respectable, hardworking, and maternal figures. Or they're rich. And I probably should order them anyway. I'll say Rudolph, then mother figure, then nice nature, then money, then Tazuna. Dating. Honestly, yeah, that's the correct order for that. I don't have to change anything. That is the correct order for the dating tier. All right, friends with benefits tier. I should prioritize the people that I see myself being good friends with above the ones that I just want to fuck. So, Dato, Fuji Kaseki, Bitter Glass, Seiyun Sky, Hishi Akabono. Marzensky, Special Week. I think I'll keep Doto in first place. Because, like I said before, if she asks me out, I would say yes. So the fact that she could even easily slip into the date tier means she should probably stay. You actually need to be higher too. How high though? I think I'll put you above Special Week but below Maruzensky. Okay, this tier is actually hard to make a proper order from because it's partly I want to have sex with you and partly I can see myself being good friends with you. And there are some people where it's like, you have higher fuckability, but you have higher friend rating. To be specific, I'm trying to decide how high I should put Hishi Akabono because I love her personality. But, I mean, I think Seiyun Sky would objectively make a better friends with benefits than Hishi Akabono. But Hishi Akabono's personality is too likable not to put her a little above Sky. Who is higher between Bitter Glass? I'll put Fuji above Bitter Glass because Fuji already knows what a bond is. Maruzensky is hard carried by how fucking attractive she is. Major Orion, again, I can see myself hanging out for her. That's why she's so high. Special Week has to be high because of Silent Suzuka. We'll put Gold City at the bottom of this tier because of how unlikely it is for her to be a friends with benefits with me because I don't think she'd appreciate the role, but it's there anyway because she's a friend that I would fuck. Tomato Cross, you are second to last here. I'll put Vodka above Hishi Akabono. They're essentially interchangeable, but I at least have a little bit more experience of Vodka, so, I accidentally moved somebody. I accidentally moved Bakshin. I know I accidentally moved Bakshin because I said she was too stupid to have sex without damaging her. Alright, the one night stand tier basically is just ranked on attractiveness. So, Biwa Hayahide, Tosin Jordan, Miyono Bourbon, Narita Bryan, Fine Motion. Alright, friend and acquaintances. This one should be easier to order. I want to put people that I could see myself befriending at the top. The people who are essentially only down here because I'm afraid having sex with them would hurt them. So, the Fukutarus, the Oguri, the not Fine Motion, the Smart Falcon, the Bakshin O, and the Daiwa Scarlet. And the winning ticket. And the Happy Meek. Alright, now the question is, of all these people, who do I like the Happy Meek? It's not even a question. I like Happy Meek the most out of all of you. Then Baksheen. Then Oguri. Then Ticket. Then Namachi Kane is then Smart Falcon, then Daiwa. Kawakami Princess was also in this tier because I didn't want to risk hurting her, but I don't see myself being especially friends with her, so she will be below them. Same thing for Ancient Flash. Honestly, their positions are interchangeable. Actually, I'll put Ancient above Kawakami, because Kawakami will get borderline violent with her trainer. Manhattan Cafe, you're next. Then it's Kashimoto, Rika Kashimoto. Then Taiki, because my reason for disliking her is quite frankly unfair to her. Then Opera. Then Groove. And then Little Kakon. And finally, the fuck you, I hate you tier. Gold Ship is the lowest. Followed by Agnes Tachyon. So I'm conflicted between Curren. Curren's next, because she's just objectively evil. I'm conflicted between the acupuncturist and Grass Wonder. Because Grass Wonder is more like malicious. But the acupuncturist, while she's not malicious in her actions are still hurting the Uma. She's essentially using a form of bleeding the horse out that's believed to help them, but can actually be quite damaging to them, which is why her stuff is a roll of the dice to help them or harm them. So it's not that she's actively doing it to harm people, but she's still causing damage. So I'm trying to decide, you know what, I think... I don't know. It's you know what? I think I'll put Grass Wonder above her. While I don't like Grass Wonder's quiet threatening thing, some people could argue that she only does that to people who deserve it. I don't give a fuck personally, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and put her above the person that literally bleeds out horses. Major McQueen has more violent moments than Pasta, so Major McQueen goes below Pasta. And how much do I dislike Digiton? I dislike Digiton, but she never physically touches people without their consent. In fact, she goes out of her way not to get in people's personal space. So you know what? You get to be the top of the stay away from me tier, Digiton. Congratulations. All right, so this is the final why did you pop? All right, because I was trying to scroll down and I accidentally triggered the typing. So this is the final list. Wife tier, combination between Haru and Rice Shower, then Akikawa, then Mayano Top Gun, then Silent Suzuka, then Kiryoin. So essentially, if this was the old style video, it would be number 1 Rice, number 2 Akikawa, number 3 Mayano, number 4 Suzuka, and number 5 Kiryoin, because Haru's not really wife material. She's here because of my emotional connection to her. I'm not going to bother putting her into another tier. She's still in the wife tier. Get over it. Wife Logical. Symboli Rudolph. Then Super Creek. Nice Nature. Meijiro, Dober, Tazuna. Sorry about that. Dating tier. King Halo, Venerita Taishin, Mintokai Teo. Fuck it, Doto. Get upgraded. I said get up. What the fuck? Why isn't it working? Okay, they do not want Doto in the dating tier. Got it. Friends with benefits tier. Doto, Fuji Kiseki, Bitter Glass, Hishiakabono, Seiyun Sky, Maruzanski, Meijiro Ryan, Special Week, Vodka, Hishi Amazon, Tomeo Cross, Gold City, One Night Stand, Bile Hayahide, Tosin Jordan, Mihono Bourbon, Narita Bryan, Fine Motion, Friends/Acquaintance tier, Happy Meek, Sakura Bakshin O, Oguri Cap, Winning Ticket, Machikane Fukutaru, Smart Falcon, Daiwa Scarlet, Einstein Flash, Kawakami Princess, Manhattan Cafe, Riko Kashimoto, Taiki Shuttle, TM Opera O's, Air Groove, Little Cacone. And finally, the Stay Away From Me tier, Agnes Digital, El Condor Pasta, Meijiro Lightning McQueen, Grass Wonder, Acupuncturist, Little Currenet, Agnes Tachyon, and Gold Ship. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you all. If you enjoyed and feel I deserve it, you can donate to me at buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Every donation is appreciated. For as $1 a month, you can help support the channel, as I'm sure I get to eat food. If you want to donate to me, but want to donate in a way that you can control what I spend the money on, you can instead donate to me through, sorry, I forgot words. Let me try this again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video much as I enjoyed making it for you all. If you enjoyed and feel I deserve it, you can donate to me at buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Every donation is appreciated. For as $1 a month, you can help support channels. I'm sure I get to eat food. If you want to donate to me, want more control over what I spend the money on, you can instead donate to me at Frone.com/KingD353. Again, that's Frone.com/KingD353. Frone revolves less around donating money and more around donating gifts. You can give me whatever you so choose, be it food for my mouth hole, equipment for my channel, or a random gift. Send me a bomb for my horrible shipping takes. I don't care. Finally, if you want to spend some time with me, you can join our press Discord. Once you're there, we'll chat, play video games, share memes, and have ourselves a grand old time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all of you beautiful people later. Deuces, Kingdom.